Howdy, folks. I'm Mark, and I goofed. I had a busy week at work, and then Wednesday around noon hit, and I realized I didn't post an episode. I have one ready. It's not edited yet, but it's Alex's Game of the Decade conversation. I just didn't do it. I forgot about it, and now that work week is about done. So that will come next week. But for now, here's a little extra episode for you, a little more off the dome. You're listening to Quick Play. Let's get right into it. So here's what I'm talking about today. Up until Breath of the Wild, Mario was always my favorite gaming franchise. So my neighbor's copy in NES of Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers, that's like my first gaming memory. Super Mario World has always been like my all-time favorite until Breath of the Wild. Mario 64 had always been like a key early gaming memory, and I kind of started paying attention as Sunshine was coming out, and then Galaxy, and then Galaxy 2. I wasn't really paying as much attention when 3D World came out. I was in college at that point. It also just didn't seem like the same as a traditional 3D Mario. I did enjoy it. And then I was not as high on Odyssey as the rest of the world when that came out. I think it's still great. It just didn't really shoot up the charts for me. And now here we are, where Nintendo announced the Galaxy 1 and 2 collection for you. So that sat me down a path of wanting to replay Galaxy 2, because I haven't played that one in a while. That was not in 3D All-Stars, kind of infamously. So I had played Galaxy 1 more recently, 5 years ago now. I did have Galaxy 2 on the Wii U, so I saw the collection come out, and it's like that pricing was just a bit too much for me. I do have both of these games in a somewhat accessible way. I would be the kind of person to buy Galaxy 2, but $40 seems a little too much when I can plug in my Wii U, and it's there for me there. As a quick pricing tangent, I have to talk about this. Clearly, Nintendo just doesn't care what they charge for the games before. Galaxy 2, on my Wii U, I bought for $20 when it was digital there. And now these are both $40 each. And I think that's there because they need to make the $70 collection of the two. That needs to feel like a deal for bundling. And $70 is just what you charge for games now. I think that's the matter of it. They worked backwards from the typical MSRP of what a quote-unquote 3D Mario game would be, even though their Galaxy 2's 15 years old, 2010. Galaxy 1's a little older than that. I know they probably did some extra work to it. It doesn't seem like a ton of extra remaster stuff. But whatever. I think that's the calculus, and they can get away with it. And it's like, well, games just cost $70 now, so it's going to cost you $70, and it's 2 games actually. So you're welcome. Still, I think I was kind of on the hope that they would re-release 3D All Stars as the Switch 2 edition, and Galaxy 2 would be a $20 add-on. And it's like I'd probably do it at that point just to have it on Switch. But as it stands, it's still my Wii U. My Wii U still works. It's great, so I'm going to jump to that. But anyway, after all that, I think I did start replaying Mario Galaxy 1 just to see how, because I've always wondered, like, do I like Galaxy 1 or 2 better? And I think I always land on Galaxy 1. It was like they did it first. It was a really special time. So I booted that up again in the 3D All-Stars collection. And I don't know if I like it as much as I used to. I'm wrestling through that. Like Galaxy 1 is like a top 10 game of all time for me. Like, I think if you look on GG, I have that at number 9. We'll get to what my favorite Mario game is later in this monologue. But now I'm like kind of wrestling through it because I just don't quite like it as much as I did. That prompted me to start thinking about my rankings of the Mario games overall. So what we're going to do today is we're going to walk through that current ranking of all the mainline Mario games. Not all of them, because I actually haven't played all of them, but I'll note those. This is in the order of my favorites, and not necessarily a ranking of objective quality. This is just what I like. I also wrote this down for the first time, like kind of just now. This has probably been in my head for a long while, but I never actually wrote it down. And I think this is subject to change. This is kind of where it stands now. Galaxy 1's still really high up in the list. I don't know if it'll shift around. But here we are. It's my favorite Mario game, mainline Mario game of all time, is Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. That's not going to go anywhere. I think that one is just going to stay at number one. That's like my number 2 favorite video game of all time, right behind Breath of the Wild. Number 2 for me is Super Mario Galaxy 1. So this is where I'm thinking, like, how much is nostalgia doing here? Like, I have really key memories of, I played this in the frigid cold because the TV was up in our playroom, which was on its own AC unit, so we didn't run it all the time. So I wanted to go play video games. I went up to the playroom, cranked on the heater, and just sat under a blanket. And this was, November, December of 2007. So it was probably like 50 degrees in that room until it warmed up. So I just remember being in the freezing cold, loving this game, being blown away by it. And then I played it again, like in, I guess it was 2020 when the 3D All-Stars came out. And I think I really enjoyed it. But I'm not quite enjoying it as much as I thought I would this time. So I'm going to keep thinking through that as we run through this ranking. Number 3, controversially, is Super Mario Sunshine. I know this is probably higher than it deserves, but I do love it a lot. I think it has 2 things going for it. For one, it's got nostalgia. Mario Sunshine was the first Mario game that I could really comprehend was coming out. And like when Mario 64 came out, I was 2. Like it was already out by the time I could realize what was going on. So Mario Sunshine was like, oh, this is the new Mario game. Other thing it has going for it is I do think it's the best that Mario feels control in a 3D Mario game until Odyssey. I think it took that long to top the actual controls of Mario Sunshine. I know there's all these weird places, weird glitches, weird camera issues, weird physics that just like doesn't bounce right, and it's super frustrating. But overall, Mario running around, it's the best running around has felt until Odyssey. And that is in contrast to Mario Galaxy, where as much as I love it, I think Mario Galaxy is the most stiff and the worst that Mario movement has felt in the 3D games. I think the level design in Galaxy has a lot more going for it. Number 4 is Mario Galaxy 2. I don't know if this maybe should flip with Mario Galaxy 1. I'm curious to see what I think of Galaxy 2, because I haven't played it in probably over 10 years. So it's been a lot longer. I don't remember as much. I don't know if I'll enjoy the more complexity of Mario Galaxy 2. If there is more complexity, I don't remember if there is. So I'm playing that one next. We'll see how it goes. At number 5, Super Mario Odyssey. I am lower on this because I feel like I really compared this to Breath of the Wild when it came out, as opposed to other 3D Mario games. So maybe that was a little unfair. I felt really limited by Mario Odyssey. I just wanted to climb stuff. I wanted to climb to the top of something, and it doesn't let you do that. I know there are probably ways you could get to the top of something, but I had a skill issue. I couldn't do that. I do want to try to, whenever I think about like, oh, I should hop back into this, I didn't get all those moons. And so I jump back into it, and then it's like, I don't really know what to do. Like all the obvious moons I've gotten, I'm probably at like 600 of the 900. So there's plenty more to do, but I just feel like I'm running around not doing anything. So I think I ought to just restart this one, give it another go. At number 6, Super Mario 64. This one, I'm curious to see where it would land. Like this is you've got the traditional 3D Mario games of 64, Sunshine, the Galaxies, and Odyssey. This is always coming last of that list, and I wonder if it should be higher. I've been thinking about that in comparison to Galaxy One. Of like the 64 just have a little bit more specialness to it, and I've put it at the bottom because it's like it's older, it's aged a little bit. Mario doesn't feel as good to control. But again, the controls in Galaxy One are more less fluid, more frustrating than I remember. At number 7 is Super Mario Brothers 3, which also cue the gasps. This one probably should be higher. I've played through the entirety of Mario Bros. 3 once. And I think I really love the first 2 or 3 worlds, and then kind of just it started to feel a little more like spaghetti at the wall kind of level design, and I think maybe I haven't studied the blade of Mario Bros. 3 enough, and maybe I need to like sit down with it more. I don't know if I have that patience, but so I acknowledge this one probably should be higher, but whatever. I like the rest of these. I'd rather go back to first, and that's kind of where it's at. And number 8 is Super Mario 3D World. This one's great. It was kind of feels like an offshoot of the 3D Mario games, but it's there. I would kind of, as a sub line here, I put Bowser's Fury next. I didn't really do an entry on sell for that one. I think it would be cut at number 9. But I think together, 3D World and Bowser's Fury are like definitely that's my number 8. At number 9, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. This one I wanted to like a little more. I kept hearing how it's like, oh yeah, it's the spiritual successor to Super Mario World. I liked it a lot. I wasn't blown away by it, and so I'd like to revisit it. I know they've got the Switch 2 edition coming out in the spring, so I think I'll try it again. They'll dig a little more into it. At number 10, original Super Mario Brothers. That's there for nostalgia. It's older, but still amazing for what it is. I should note, like, up until the last few here, these are all like 5-star games. Like, they're all incredible. I'm not really disparaging these for being low on the list. This is like the cream of the crop already. At number 11 is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I haven't played this one in a long time, and that probably like deserves a revisit. I think at this point though, that feels like it'd be homework. I've played Mario Wonder more recently, and it was like 2 years ago. And I'd rather replay Wonder than I'd rather dig up Mario Brothers Wii. So I don't know. At number 12 was Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. This one also, I think, deserves a revisit. I think I would like it more if I really dug into it. I do feel like every time I check it out, I bounce off quicker. Like I kind of, multiple times I've gone into like, I should really replay Yoshi's Island. And every time I kind of run out of steam a little bit more quicker. And I'm not sure what to make of that. I respect it a lot. Number 13 is New Super Mario Brothers for the DS. I mean, it's there. It exists. It's a fine one. 14, Super Mario Brothers 2. Just the old NES one. It's weird. It's fine. And then at number 15, Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels. Granted, I've never actually beaten this one. No one has ever actually beaten this one. I've tried it out. It's Super Mario Brothers, but weird and hard. I'll run through these really quickly again, but you will notice I did not consider Mario 3D Land. I never played it. New Super Mario Brothers 2. Never played it. New Super Mario Brothers U. Never played that one. And then the Super Mario Makers are weird because I actually never played one. Was sad I didn't. I put a lot of time with it too, and I just don't know what to do here. Like, cause it is just an entirely different game, and I do like Mario Maker 2 a lot because it was constantly in the spot of, man, I got a hankering to play some Mario. I'll like look online to find where are some of the top worlds, and I'll find one of those, and I'll play through some Mario that way. And that's like, it's just the Mario game that keeps on giving. And that's worth something really cool. So all that together, my top 15. Super Mario World, Mario Galaxy 1, Mario Sunshine, Galaxy 2, Odyssey, 64, Mario Brothers 3, 3D World, and plus Bowser's Fury, Mario Wonder, Super Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers Wii, Yoshi's Island, New Super Mario Brothers, Mario Bros. 2, and Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. And I realized I was making this list that besides Super Mario World, I had to start making caveats about each of them. And so, I think the Mario series is still really likely the greatest gaming franchise of all time, but it's not as unassailable as I once thought it was. And again, these are all 5 out of 5 games. I think I'll start putting 4 out of 5 at New Super Mario Brothers and Mario Bros. 2 and the Lost Levels. But I keep on finding myself, I'm looking for something slightly more in a game, and I don't know what that is. It's hard to name. There's some X factor to when I really love a game that's really hooks me in, and the Mario games aren't doing that as much for me now, and I'm trying to figure that out. They're right on the surface of this bubble, where they're the very best at passing the time while playing a video game. But what's that extra oomph that they have that some games have? Mario World has it. I thought Mario Galaxy had it. I think Mario Sunshine has that, even if it's just for me. But once you get past 3D World and onward on my list of yeah, these are all nice, but they're missing something that really got me when I was younger. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm getting too old. A lot of these may just be I'm too familiar with them. Because 2 things that Mario games are best at are their movement and surprise and delight. And so in some cases, like in Mario Galaxy, movement is starting to feel dated and stiff and weird. And then as you get more familiar with these, that kind of undercuts the surprise and delight. And so I'm playing through Galaxy right now, and I'm just not as engrossed by it as I once was. And is that because I'm just too familiar with it? I've just passed about halfway. I'm blazing through this, not just going for 60 stars to beat the game. And I've just played Gusty Garden Galaxy and Freeze Flame Galaxy. Both of those are just incredible. The first half all felt kind of just this felt cooler at the time. And maybe just because it's now been, 18-ish years. And I'm not as enthralled by the concept, and now I'm more relying on the more intricate, complex level design to really kind of drive it home, and that makes me curious what I think of Galaxy 2. I'm less familiar with that one, and I might enjoy the greater complexity of that. So that turned into even a longer episode than I thought. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening in. You can follow us on major podcasting services or on YouTube. You can press all the good buttons there if you enjoyed this little monologue about Mario games. You can find us on the proper socials at QuickPlayPod and let us know what's your favorite Mario game. Is it Odyssey? Is it Mario Brothers 3? That's a big one. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks. Bye.